Plaintiff Mario Ribas met the defendant on an online dating site 7 years ago, and they've been friends with benefits ever since. Mario claims the defendant is a hustler who even tried selling him pain pills, and he's suing her today for car rental fees. Defendant Krista Zielinski admits that her relationship with Mario was purely sexual, and the reason they were never monogamous is because Mario is a ladies' man. Krista insists Mario is suing her for more than she owes.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Krista and I met about 7 years ago on our online dating site. We chatted for maybe a week or two. We met, and it quickly escalated to a sexual relationship.
Quickly as in when?
That night. Yeah, so very quickly.
How long did you all stay together?
We've been off and on for about 6 or 7 years.
Okay, and you did say that 7 years. Okay, well, wasn't a waste. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the extent of that was really we were just friends with benefits for about 6 or 7 years. She'd call me or text at 9 or 10 at night. I'd go over, we'd do our thing.
How often?
And then probably about twice, 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's a lot of benefit. Go ahead.
I don't think her and I had ever...
deserves a pension with it if you're gonna get that. You need that benefit too.
Yeah. Well, there was
all right.
I think at some point throughout the 6 or 7 years, I realized Krista, in a way, was kind of a hustler. She was always trying to sell me things. She was trying to sell me a treadmill. She tried to sell me boots. At one point, she offered me pain pills, asked if I wanted to buy those or if I knew anybody that was interested, which I was...
Well, other than the illegal activity, what was wrong with her being a hustler? That's a good thing.
Hey, we all got to make a buck. I get it. So...
all right, you said with a negative connotation. You should have said, okay, got me a good woman here. She knows how to go get it. Yeah, go ahead.
I even bought the boots that she tried to sell me, so it worked out well.
Go ahead. So were you all having any disputes during the course of the relationship?
No, it was pretty benign.
Good. You want to give me some background?
Yeah, Mario and I, obviously, we've been friends for quite a while, or known each other for quite a while. We did date briefly.
Quite briefly.
I mean, you know.
Non-committed relationship. I got that.
It wasn't a relationship. It was more of a, we go on dates.
Right. Why didn't you all form a relationship?
Mario is a ladies' man.
He's a what? Ladies' man?
He's a ladies' man.
Okay, he wasn't ready. And he let you know that in one way or the other, right?
Right.
Good.
Well,
all right.
I mean, we go out to dinner.
Decent guy. That's what you do.
We go out to dinner and he gives the waitress his phone number.
I don't know about that part, being disrespectful.
He's a ladies' man.
She knows that's not
a little
true.
disrespectful if that's
do that.
true. All right. Did you ever want a relationship with him beyond drive-bys? They don't call them booty calls anymore. They call them drive-by or friends with benefits. It's drive-bys. You make drive-bys every couple of days.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, Mario and I established more of a friendship than anything. I came to know him and who he was and how he moved, and he's a busy guy. He works a lot. He's never home. So there is no potential for a relationship with somebody that you can't have a relationship with.
All right. I got it. And the rental car fees, how does she owe you for that?
On April 28th, she texted and asked if I would help her rent a car. She had cash for the car, but you need a credit card in order to rent a car. I was uncomfortable with that arrangement. I just felt like there's too much liability for a rental car. However, she said in a text message that she was going to pay cash for the car and that nothing would run on my credit card. They just needed it to hold, and that she was going to get insurance on the car so I didn't have to worry about any damages and whatnot. So also the reason...
It was to be in her name?
The car rental was to be in her name, correct. So the reason she needed the car was to go to Denver because her daughter has a seizure disorder and she needed to get alternative medicine. She was going to speak to some doctors in Denver. Because of that, I felt like I could help out, and I felt good about that. And prior to this, I had loaned Krista money on numerous occasions, and she always paid me back. So she had established some credibility. So because of those reasons, I felt comfortable moving forward with this. So at about midnight or 1 in the morning, I picked her up. We drove to the rental car facility in St. Louis. We rented the car in her name using my credit card. We went our separate ways. I felt everything was okay. Fast forward 20 days later, and I got a credit card statement showing the charge was $2,337.
Let's see it.
Yep.
And when you approached her about it, what did she say?
I sent her a text. I said, Krista, what the hell's going on with this car? And apparently while she was in Denver, I got the story. She had lost the key while she had stopped at a gas station to go to use the restroom. She had to have the car towed 140 miles, pay for the key replacement. When she got back to St. Louis, her car had been impounded, the windshield was damaged, so she had to keep it for an extra 7 days. All this was unbeknownst to me because she didn't feel it necessary to tell me as those particular things were going on. I knew that she was stuck in Denver. However, I did not know that she charged the tow, the key replacement, or the additional rental time on my card, right?
Ma'am, what do you say?
When Mario and I went to rent this car at St. Louis Airport, we purchased the insurance to cover any damages at a zero deductible. Anything that happened to the car is supposed to be a zero deductible. No responsibility.
When you say we, what do you mean by that?
Well, when he and I went to pick up the rental car at the St. Louis Airport.
You say we purchased insurance.
I say we because he and I were both there. I opted to take the zero deductible insurance.
Because all he was doing is putting up the credit card.
Right, so that if anything happened,
okay, so there's never any we. There's no we in this. That's my point I'm making.
Yes, so I took the zero deductible insurance to cover everyone. In case anything did happen, he wasn't charged for it.
So what happened?
So Denver's a 12-hour trip from St. Louis to Colorado. 10 hours in, I stopped at the gas station to fill up, and the car key got stolen at that gas station. The gas station attendants and myself, we looked for the key for 6 hours, literally, and we couldn't find it. I requested the videotapes from the gas station, which they would not give me. So I had to stay at the hotel across from the gas station for 3 days because I was stranded. When I filed the roadside service report, they would not bring me a key because of the distance between the nearest location and where I was. I gave alternatives, told them that I would have someone in Denver that, to bring me a key so that they didn't have to, or I would come get a key and come back to the car. Anything to avoid this tow, because they are telling me that there's zero deductible insurance that sounds so good when you rent a car, does not cover towing, which they did not tell me when I picked the car up. So now the only option after the third day was to get the car towed. When I got to Denver, I accomplished what I needed to accomplish for my daughter and got back to St. Louis. In this time, I feel like I am responsible for the time that I've already paid him for, obviously cash, but also the extra 7 days that I kept the car after I returned to St. Louis because my vehicle was immobile. So yes, I do feel like I'm responsible for the extra 7 days at $49 per day, which is what I have.
So after that, how much would be owed?
$343. I believe they are responsible for the tow, for the $60 in late fees that they charge for them not bringing me a key or, getting the car on time back to them. That was all out of my hands, and I filed
So you dump it in
reports.
his hands?
No.
And that's what you did. It's on his credit card.
I understand.
And if it isn't paid, then his credit is ruined. So you have dumped it on him.
I have not.
Pardon?
I don't feel like I've dumped it on him.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did that $2,000 debt go?
Well, it definitely went on his credit card.
Yeah, that's dumping it on him.
Yes,
That's dumping it on him.
But I also,
you're confused, ma'am. It's just like someone co-signs for another person with their car. They're not the principal user. They're just co-signing. When they violate or breach that contract with the finance company goes after the primary user. And unfortunately, if that primary user doesn't want to pay, it's dumped on the person who co-signed. And that's what we have here. The transaction was between you and the rental car company. That's why I had to keep correcting you, because you started out trying to ease a little liability over there to him, talking about we. Wasn't no we, it was you. So you entered into the contract. All he did was guarantee the contract, and the thanks he got from you was to run it up $2,300 and tell him to go talk with the rental car company. Well, he's gonna get his money, $2,337 from you, and then you go talk to the rental car company. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I believe that Mario and I can remain cordial friends. We just need to work out the little details of the situation.
I agree. I've always respected Krista in different ways, and I know she's a single mom and she really cares about her daughter. I don't think this is going to really put a dent in our relationship moving forward.